Hello and welcome to the Dream Team Tonic podcast. Guys, let us know you can hear us loud and clear because we've had a troublesome yesterday and a bit of a hiccup today, but I think we're all good. So let us know in the chat if you can hear us all right. Welcome back. Tony, how's your Dream Team prepping going and how are you doing?
Yeah, oh good, mate. Oh god, it's nice to have the game back and be able to tinker with the team. Getting excited now. League One kicks off this week.
Oh yeah, nice.
Championship next week. So it's not so far away, but yeah, happy to be back. Can't wait to get stuck in.
Perfect. Yeah, I think I looked. I think it's 17 days for till the first deadline. I think
Not far off, is it?
Coming round quick. It's coming round quick. Hello to Joe in the chat, Nobbles, Ian, Europa as well. And yeah, and again, apologies to our Patreon members who tuned in yesterday, waiting for the pod, and then we had a few issues. So hoping to bounce back today.
It's all about bounce back ability.
Yep, that's what pre-season is about, isn't it? Get the mistakes out early. I was watching a bit of pre-season highlights, and just about every single one of my backline that I've got currently in my draft was making howlers in pre-season. So
not what you want.
No, it seems like I've joined the club though. Right, so let's get straight into it. So in this episode, we're going to be trying to just quite casually compare all the different options at different price points. We've still got a little bit of time to go. But a lot of the questions are like, who's the best premiums? Who's the best enablers? Because everyone's just building their squad from scratch. So we built a little bit of a spreadsheet and we've been looking through a few options, trying to work out sort of the best routes. And we also put some questions into our Patreon community as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to work through some of these questions and then tie it sort of back into the different price points. So we're going to start things off with the premiums. Well, actually, Tony, what would you define a premium as price wise? Because this is just my definition. I'm going off here.
I think all the 6 million plus players, with how it's priced, it's going to be so important to get the right ones at the right times. As ever, obviously you've got the premium players like the Salahs that've done it year in, year out for us. The go-to men, Salah, Haaland, obviously Fernandes. Then obviously this year you've got the likes of who've jumped into the 6 million bracket, like Verts, who's new to the league. He might take a bit of Salah's points away. You can look at it that way. So obviously you got Palmer, Gyökeres, who's gone to Arsenal.
No one added in.
Highest scoring player in Europe was he last season?
Yeah.
Albeit obviously all those goals in the Portuguese league, which isn't the strongest, but he looks like he's got enough about him to be able to replicate that in the Premier League, especially in a decent side like Arsenal. The premiums is going to be so important. That's a lot of money to spend. You can't fit as many in your team as you might have been able to last season. So, yeah, nailing them is going to be very, very important.
Yeah, I don't particularly like going for them sort of newer players, especially in the premiums. But we have got some questions on some of the new signings, and it sounds like there could even be possibly some premiums swapping about with the likes of Isak. Seems to have a bit of rumours at the moment. Eze, a few rumours around him as well.
Yeah. I mean, Newcastle surely can't sell Isak to a Premier League club.
Well, you'd think so. But
I just think it's absolutely it's self-harm. I can't believe that they're wanting to get into the Champions League again for another season and challenge up there for the top four. Like, selling him to any of the teams up there, Arsenal, Liverpool, it's craziness. Craziness. And if I were a Newcastle fan, I'd be pretty annoyed.
Human.
Yeah, I'd just let it stick him up bench, sell him abroad when he gets fed up of sitting up bench.
That's the thing. He's got to want to go as well, hasn't he? The players have got too much power now, haven't they, for this?
Way too much power. Just signed a new deal the other year. Like, promised them 5 or 6 year deal. It's just crazy how they can just any little, they could just do what they want, can't they? Really, these contracts mean nothing to the clubs, and it'd be nice to see Newcastle maybe make a stand and just say, "No, we're not having that." I think
he'll go.
I think it'd be very fair of Newcastle just to say, if you want to move on to and try something new, that's fine, but it won't be to a Premier League team.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
there's only so many who can pay the money, though, isn't there? That's the thing.
Yeah.
So premiums.
Yeah.
I put it down as 5.5 plus myself.
Yeah.
Only because I feel like they've priced it so difficult this season that I think you're going to be limited to who you can sort of get in anyway. I think you can only get so many of people in this bracket. So have you got like a first draft? I'm not asking you to read it out, but do you know roughly how many premiums or how many over 5.5s you're looking to start with?
I have got 1, 2, 3 over 5.5 in my draft at the minute.
You want to say it out?
That is Mbumo,
Cool.
Salah.
Yeah.
And no, he's not 5.5. It's 5. Bowen.
No Haaland.
No Haaland at the minute. Look,
Haaland.
Salah absolutely smashed it last year. He obliterated everybody, over 500 points. Haaland, I mean, there's players like Mbumo who were close to him. Eze not so far away at different price points. Obviously, Haaland didn't have the greatest. I say it's not the greatest year. He's obviously still had a very good year. I'm not
goals, whatever.
Yeah, it's just obviously in relation to Dream Team points, it wasn't spectacular by his standards. So I don't like the fact that they finished the season so late. It is kind of it's like same with Palmer. It's putting me off a little bit. As much as I want to put Palmer in my team, I think he's a great option. It's just putting me off a little bit. So I think I'm going to edge more towards the League Cup games early doors, and the likes of Haaland and Palmer. Once you got them first game, and then they're not going to play in the when the first European week comes round. Obviously, I'll be thinking, I'm looking to move them back in. But yeah, I think it's quite safe to go without Haaland for the first week at least. Although he did score 4 against Wolves the other year.
Always scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm on Salah, Haaland, Saka at the moment.
Yeah.
Similar to you with Palmer. I'm just not sure about how well they'll start after going all the way, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people have also forgotten how good Saka is, or sort of has been for so long. Where we sort of rushed him back for that sort of Champions League and the final run-in the Premier League.
Yeah.
He weren't quite right, and he was still okay. But then I think after the distance sort of become too big, he had a bit of a tail off then towards the end, and I think we knew it was done, didn't we? So I think people are comparing that Saka at the end. If you compared that Saka to the Palmer at the end that went 20 odd games without scoring, I think it was, or from open play. If you compared that to, I think it'd be closer. But at the moment, where Palmer didn't do loads actually during the early stages of the Club World Cup, but all people remember is the final, basically, don't they? They remember the Papa John's European final.
Yeah,
where he done well, and of course in the Club World Cup final where he was incredible. So yeah, I think that's living in people's mind at the minute with that ownership, because his ownership is crazy at the minute. Where is he? 51.9%.
Yeah, I touched on the last pod about with maybe City assets and Chelsea assets. I think that does have to wait until later on. But again, with them being European teams, they don't have the cup game early doors. So it's... Yeah, I think I feel safe enough going out without Palmer and Haaland at first week. That really could backfire, I know, but
Yeah,
you can only have so many. There's so many good options, and
I don't particularly want to go Palmer, but I do look at ownership.
Yeah,
and early doors. If it does stay this high, I probably might just, for the sake of it, just go back just to stick with the pack early on. But that's kind of my style of play. Boring.
I think
Risk averse.
I think obviously with the Saka one, I fancy Saka. Obviously, he's brilliant for points. Even getting, I think he got 286 points, and like you say, he had spell out injured. Towards the end of the season, he wasn't really doing much. Arsenal weren't really doing much. But just still only like get 50 points less than Palmer, and only like 20 or 30 points less than some of the bigger hitters. It's he did well, really. It's just that first game against United. I think United have signed well. Finally, using money wisely, I'd say. I think they've signed
2 great players, aren't they?
that have done it week in, week out in the Premier League, proven themselves. Now all they have to do is put the United shirt on at Old Trafford and go and drag this team back from the doldrums, and they could be the new heroes, couldn't they? It's all to play for them. So I do think there'll be a bit of a resurgence from United this season. I think it's a tricky first game up for Arsenal. So again, that's why I feel Saka first week. I don't mind going without him either.
Seeing as you've mentioned it, well, CCFC's Jack's first question, cheers for putting that in, was which one of Palmer Saka is everyone's favourite to start with? So I think ownership aside, mine would be still Saka. But
if I had to choose, out of them two, I'd go for Saka just on the basis of Palmer could be burnt out. I'm not too sure how that pre-season is going to go for Chelsea and City. It's just really strange how far that run into the summer. So, and they were playing in some extreme heat over there as well, and
takes it out.
They're only human. So it'd be they're a little bit of a watch and see with them lads. See how they are recovering and how Pep and Maresca try to balance that out, especially early doors in the season. Are they going to try and give them extra time, just ease them back in? It's difficult to say.
This one probably he'll feel better about with your previous answers, because he's saying, well, how do we feel about starting with both of Salah and Haaland and then dropping one? So he says maybe with all the players Liverpool have added, Salah's goal share will be less. That's what you said, wasn't it? Plus, he's another year older. They could add all these players, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be adding goals. I think they scored the most goals in the league last season anyway. It's not like there'll be an endless amount of goals that they're going to keep adding to the team. So they're going to get taken off of someone, kind of, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it. They're going to get shared around.
If you had both, then would you be more willing to drop Haaland then, I guess?
Yeah, again, the initial decision is for the first week is off the back of the not knowing what City's going to do pre-season and that, because I think City, obviously, they've got a really nice fixture. Is Haaland going to play it all? I don't know. Salah, he's going to have to share. It's going to be shared around. They've just signed Verts. I always say it wrong. Ekitike. That's going to be one for pod all year. That I hope he don't score many goals. It's one that gets me.
He done so well the first time. He should have left it.
Etikite.
Ekitike.
It's Etikike. Yeah, that one. So, I mean, these are players that have got assists and goals in them. I think they will eat into Salah's points. But if he's still penalty taker, if he's still the main man, if he picks up anywhere where he left off last season, he's going to score a hell of a lot of points. So I think game week 1, I go with Salah. I think Haaland's more droppable, which sounds crazy, but I just think if having both of those two at 15 million for two of them, it really does put you on the back foot as regards to trying to dig these little gems out from nowhere. And I just think you're not. I think just by dropping to maybe a 5 million or a 5.5, that extra 2 million really does make a big difference elsewhere in your team.
I mean, and there's class players to go to. I mean, like you could spread that money like amongst well, like Bruno, for example. I'm seeing him in no teams, and he was absolutely incredible last season. Like Palmer, Saka, you could just have both and not have to worry about it. There's a lot of choice there.
I really like Bruno for game week 2. Nailed. He'll probably play the cup game as well. There's no Europe, so which is the same for the likes of Cunha and Mbeumo. I am trying to balance between. I want to try and save my transfers as well. Obviously, I'm going to lose a lot of value. Then I won't let that happen. I'll use the transfers, but hopefully have a good week and then not have to tinker too much. So I still want cup players in early. So I don't hopefully have to make any changes. That's why I'm thinking with the Mbeumo sat in my team, that could be a Cunha. It might be Bruno. I don't really fancy the Arsenal fixture.
Yeah, that's with Bruno. Like you kind of you said it. Like if you wanted Bruno that badly for game week 2, it's probably going to be a really good cap for game week 2 as well.
Yeah,
you just suck up that first game week 1 game against Arsenal. He could still get a pen. He's probably going to get his tackles still, his bonus.
Yeah, he gets points from everywhere, doesn't he? And I expect it to be quite an eventful game. It's just I don't fancy it for either side, so I don't want to nail like when you're putting your money out there. There's much better fixtures, isn't there, for some people? So like Spurs against Burnley is quite plum. City Wolves, if you knew what was going on with City's team, is a nice fixture.
You've already said Bowen for Sunderland as well.
Bowen against Sunderland. Bowen's a nice option. If you said, would you have like a half-fit Haaland against Wolves or a Bowen for a bit of a shaky West Ham team, but to be honest, but he still picks up points and he scores goals, doesn't he? Newly promoted Sunderland, he might get caught on the heels.
That's the thing. With Bowen, I know a lot of. I've seen it's a bit split on him, but I know a lot of people saying like West Ham are a bad team. They've always been a bad team, but Bowen always does well. They've never been like, oh, Bowen's doing really well while they're good, and then they've stopped being good, and he's not doing so well. Like he's just consistently, even when they're not doing so well. So I think he's a good pick.
Yeah,
I've got a question for you then, going for Mbeumo. I mean, we're going from 5.5, dropping slightly into the 5 category. For someone that loves Cunha so much, why are you not saving the 0.5?
Yeah, so
0.5 to go to Cunha. It's cheaper. I think he was slightly better for bonus. He was better average.
Like I say, Mbeumo's sat in there at the minute, but that, like say, from Cunha to 5 million and Mbeumo 5.5 to Fernandez at 6, the money's there for me to choose any of those 3.
Okay, the gap's less.
Obviously, I want to see a bit more pre-season, but I think I will have a United player sat in my team going into the new year. I think that is the plan. We're one of them. Cunha's obviously my mate. I think he's brilliant. And Mbeumo's so good for the bonus points. I really want to see how. I probably want to see a United game and see how they're working. See how that's.
He didn't play the last one, I don't think, did he? Cunha played. He looked all right. I don't think.
Yeah.
Mbeumo played.
It's wanting to see how they're going to work, where they're going to play. With Mbeumo and Cunha in the team, is Fernandez still going to play high up? Is Cunha playing for the middle?
How does not being the main man, or how does not having set pieces, for example, affect things? I think Bruno was taking corners, but Mbeumo's a lefty, isn't he? So he could still be taking maybe in-swingers or something with one side. Wasn't Mbeumo getting most of his bonus from loads of crosses, loads of set pieces and all that?
Yeah, it's possible, yeah. It could eat into that.
Yeah, but I think, I don't think neither of them are going to be bad options because they didn't just rely on one thing, did they, for their points?
Yeah.
Anyone we haven't mentioned in 0.5? Eze currently, but it's a pretty tough game against Chelsea, first one.
It is, but we know with Eze, he's kind of fixture proof.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace finished the season unbelievably well. I think if they keep Eze, I think he's a good option still. He's good for bonus. Got a solid amount of points without any Europe, and they're in Europe this season. That has been confirmed, hasn't it? Because there's a lot of bloody nonsense around that. So they've got European football this season. There is rumours circulating he might be going to Arsenal. Is that?
I think we all hope so. But yeah, I've not seen anything concrete. Just a lot of, oh yeah, they like the player.
I think that's going to take a lot of money. That
they're saying release clause or nothing, which I think is completely fair. I think it's about 68 million his release clause. If you want him, you pay it. He's that good, I think.
That's great value. That's cracking value when you see some of the numbers banded about.
You mentioned them for Europe. I think that's a nice entry point actually for them anyway, because they've got Chelsea game week 1, Forest game week 2, Villa game week 3.
Yeah,
all pretty tough. Game week 4, then Sunderland at home plus. Will that be Europe or will that be? I think that week will be Cup for them. I think it'll be Sunderland and Cup, then West Ham and Europe. So that could be a nice 2 weeks if he's there.
Yeah. If he's at Palace, if he's at Arsenal, even better option, isn't he?
Yeah, we have to see where he plays, but he plays, definitely plays.
Just a quick one on Madueke. Obviously, a weird signing.
Yeah,
I never ever seen that come in. That would like proper left field. That does he start?
I think he's going to start. I think he's going to take Martinelli's place or push him very hard for it.
Was he not playing on the right for Chelsea?
Yeah, but he's. I think the idea behind it. I think obviously, Saka was our big point of failure, wasn't it? Every time we've had one player that's a big injury, we've gone and bought a decent starting available replacement. And I think it's learning from last season and getting someone that can play that side. But if you're signing for Arsenal and you're a right winger, you're not taking Saka's place. So I think he must have had some assurance that you're competing on that other side. I think at least.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, might put a rocket up Martinelli's arse because I'd say he's not been the best the last couple of seasons now.
No, he's shown so much potential and then just seems to have just teetered off, doesn't he?
Let's do some of the new guys. Wirtz.
Yep.
6 million. How do you feel about that one? Will he do it in the Prem?
I like him.
Confident enough to start with him? I
think he's overpriced. I think they've priced him too high for somebody new to the Premier League. He's a good player. It's just too much. 6 million. I think 5 million would be a fair price for him, and he'd be tempting at that. Ekitike, is he 5 million?
I think it was 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's more value. But again, they're new to the Premier League. We've been caught out by these new, exciting, shiny assets that just, they just don't. Obviously, they've got all the potential in the world, and they can cut it in other leagues. But sometimes you just need that adjustment period.
You get the rare one, don't you? Like a Haaland. I don't think there was ever any doubt that he was going to tear it up. Salah was more of maybe a little bit of a surprise, but everyone was still. I think they probably priced him well enough that everyone still went there straight away.
Yeah,
when he arrived, but I can't do it with Wirtz, to be honest, because it's like you compare Wirtz, he's the same price as Palmer, who will do it. Saka, does it.
Yep. Penalties as well.
I mean, Saka's 6.5, but you get what I mean. Bruno, 6 million. Yeah, pens.
Yeah, I can't go there with Verts. I think he's overpriced.
Yeah, and I think I'll try and think of it as like, if you're getting a premium, would you cap him as well? And if you've got Salah, you're not capping Verts, are you? At least at this point in time, till we see more. Yeah, I think they missed the trick with Verts, maybe pricing him just a tiny bit less to like tempt people to go there. And I think they've done the same with Gyökeres for Arsenal in at 6 million. I said that I think I'd wanted him to be 5. 5 he'd be definitely in. 5.5, I think I'd have to think about it, but probably would have him in.
Yeah.
6, I don't think I can, unless he plays. I think we've got Spurs Thursday. I don't know if he'll be available for that one, but
yeah,
whoever thought of a North London derby in pre-season, following on from Newcastle in pre-season, asking for trouble. But if we see that we win a pen and they give him pens straight away, maybe I'll listen at 6 million. But
Leeds game week 2.
See, typically that Leeds game, and I think obviously it's still going to be a great one to target, but now it's Leeds one game where there's other players that might have 2.
Yeah.
Is that game worth 2? I think you want to take your chance and captain a doubler, won't you?
The thing is he's nailed, isn't he? See, that's what's going to be so tempting about Gyökeres, is that
with Havertz,
get away.
Marino as well.
Come on,
he's on fire still. Honestly, I'll obviously take it back if we see that he just starts like every game from now through pre-season, hits the ground running. I think it will start game week 1, but I'm not 100%. I'm not 100% that Arteta wouldn't start Havertz still. He does love him, and then set him loose on Leeds. Maybe I wouldn't be surprised.
You pay the big money, get the striker in finally that you've been crying out for.
Got number 14 on the back as well.
He's got to play. He's got to play every single game unless injured.
I'm more tempted by him than Verts. That's all I can say.
Yeah, definitely.
Happy to see absolutely not to Vardiol and Van Dijk at 5.5.
Yeah, I put them down on the sheet. Just crazy pricing. When, like you say, you're comparing them to, you either have Van Dijk or Mbeumo. We know defenders. There's a few exceptions. Obviously, Munoz being one.
Yeah, he's got 5.5, isn't
he? Yeah, I mean, he hit over 300 points last season, had an unbelievable season. So there's a few defenders that can high score, but I don't think Van Dijk, depending on clean sheets in it, I don't like hanging my hat on clean sheets. It's a dangerous game, especially when there's a 94th minute own goal goes in.
That happened with me and Van Dijk last season. I think I wasn't on that run, I think, where Liverpool kept like 3 or 4 clean sheets in a row, and I wasn't on it. And I finally got Van Dijk in, and I think they conceded like every game for the next like 4. And I was like, he was getting 2s and 1s. Like, yeah, it's fun. I think when that happened, I was like, this is why I always pick like fullbacks or people that get bonus or something like that.
Yeah.
Right, let's pick out. Let's see if there's any last questions on premiums. I think we've answered all of them there. Noble's asking how many premiums did we see ourselves starting with, and how many do we wait and see on, which I think like the Verts and Gyökeres are wait and sees. I think the Isaks and the Ezes, if they move, probably still go. Would you say they still go wait and see, or would you straight away go Isak or Eze if they moved because they've played in the Prem?
Are you about Isak to Liverpool?
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be sort of. I think if I put Isak in, it'd be at the expense of Salah. I don't think I'd have both.
Mm-hmm.
He's a top goal scorer, Isak. He's one of the best number 9s out there, to be fair. Yeah, it's a tough one. Eze, I'm still tempted by Eze anyway. Like you say, that entry point there for Crystal Palace looks quite nice at game week 4. And then they've got a nice run in October. So Eze, Munoz, they're tempting me. If Eze moved to Arsenal, yeah, I mean, it would. I do think that it's probably another player that Arsenal need. That type of player, take the burden off Odegaard a little bit, get a bit more creativity in there. It could be it could change Arsenal from like a team that are possibly not quite got enough in the squad to challenge Liverpool this season, with how well Liverpool have obviously purchased. I think if they've got Eze, I think it could change them into title contenders alongside the Gyökeres signing.
Yeah, I think at the moment it's like if you stop that right hand side that's Saka, Odegaard,
and that is the trouble.
You've got it done. Whereas like now you've got that big lump Gyökeres up front to sort of handle, is opening up space for people. And then if you threw Eze into the mix as well, you're like, which side we doubling up on, kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you need that. You need attack down both flanks.
Let's dip into 5 million. And there was a lot of questions on thoughts on Gyökeres, so thanks for sending those in as well. Before we do, support for this podcast comes from the Patreon members, so big shout out to you guys, and also thank you for your patience again yesterday. If you did want to become a Patreon member and sign up, we promise we'll pod on time. You can get access to our Discord community, early access to pods, ad-free listening for the period that they're early access. And then you get Ben's fixture ticker as well. Ben's currently away sunning himself, but he'll be back next week joining us. He's like the Chelsea boy, isn't he? Returning late for pre-season.
That's it. Late holiday.
But yeah, cheers guys for the support, and your YouTube channel members. 5 million. Who have we got around this price we like the look of? So we mentioned Cunha. I've got that Bowen spot at 5 million. To possibly be able to swap to Cunha.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, it depends on the draw as well. I guess the harder the draw, the more likely you think they're probably going to go stronger when it comes out.
Yeah. We always look for them Premier League v Premier League.
Yeah. Games. You're not going to want to drop a Bowen, are you, for a Cunha if you think that Bowen's going to play it?
No.
But yeah, I do like the look of Cunha. I think he'll do well. We've obviously mentioned we both like Bowen. Solanke? Burnley?
Great first fixture. Again, newly promoted team. It usually goes one way or the other. They'll either have a great result, like, oh bloody hell, like they can challenge, or they can compete. Sorry, not challenge this season. Compete and maybe stay up, or they're going to get blown away. I'm not too sure which one it'll be. I think Spurs under Thomas Frank be a different proposition for most teams in Premier League. He's a top manager. He's got bundles of quality in that squad, like loads of it. If he can, you think what he's done with Brentford and how he's got them competing against top sides. If he can just use that squad and nurture that same like togetherness and tactics and into that team, I think they could do all right this season, Spurs.
Yeah, that's the thing with him. He seems to have Brentford managed to take players up a level or get more out of players than probably what you thought. Like I'm just thinking like the tune he got out of Wissa last season.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
And can put Solanke in those same positions. Surely he's going to have a monster season. Kudus in the same kind of spot as, I mean, they've got a lot of options, so we don't know exactly where he's going to be, but I think he's played on the right in pre-season so far.
Yeah.
If he's doing what Mbumo done last season, obviously probably minus the pens, could be incredible.
Yeah, I do think they've priced Spurs assets quite fairly when you look at the whole thing. Like Kudus at 4.5 million playing for Spurs is
I
a
think
is
they're
a
quite
crack.
expensive considering they were fighting relegation last season.
Yeah, but you've got to look. They're still quality players, aren't they? Like the quality operators, they score well. They score well. I think. Yeah, I just think
Some of them come away with really big points totals as well. Like I'm just looking at Porro right behind Solanke because they did go so far in Europe. They've racked up the points as well.
Yeah, Porro, massive player, almost 300 points, great for bonus. You think how gung ho Spurs were, you throw 5-6 more clean sheets on top of that, he's up there challenging with Haaland for points. It's
really reliable.
That's how. So then to price him at 5 million, obviously you have to pick 3 defenders. 5 million for Porro, I think, is good.
It's a weird one though, isn't it? Because like, who'd you rather, Solanke or Porro? Like for your game week 1.
I'd like both. I think a double for Spurs. In fact, just let me see who I've got in my initial draft. I'm sure I've got 2. Yeah, I've got Porro and Kudus at the minute.
Yeah, I thought it'd be Kudus.
Again, 0.5 less. Kudus is great for the Matrix. His dribbles, like completed dribbles and stuff, and shots on target. He's good for everything. So,
he's been a bit of a favourite on this pod, hasn't he, Kudus?
Yeah, I think he'll fill his boots at Spurs. I can't see Thomas Frank shackling him. He's never shackled Brentford. He'll play a little bit more. He'll play a better formation, a little bit more structured, I think, than what Ange was. But yeah, I can see the Spurs assets scoring really well. I think they're priced fairly for that. I think they're tempting. They're temptingly priced.
Yeah, it was a poor season from Kudus by his standards last year, but it was still like really, really reliable for bonus. I think he was one of, I can't remember how many it was now, but to tweet out the other day asking, guess how many players hit over 1 bonus, because it's not that many, but he's reliably 1 bonus a game pretty much on average.
Yeah.
But that season when they were in Europe with West Ham, that's when he was wicked, wasn't he? It was,
on fire.
14 goals, 6 assists that season. But then just every game we were on the FF Stuff, or now what's known as not only FPL.
Yeah.
If you want to check that out. But yeah, we were checking the match center, and it was like doing like 5 bonus by like 60 minutes or something, wasn't he?
Mental.
Yeah.
Mental.
I think they've made maybe not on a mistake, but I felt like the likes of Rice and Tielemans last year were really like nice little picks, because they're sort of boring picks that come out of nowhere to be really reliable, starting all the games, set pieces. They're right up there with the 5 millions now. They've been priced up. So yeah, surprised to see Rice and Tielemans up there with like Cunha and Bowen and Porro. Any thoughts on them too?
Yeah. They scored really well. Rice and Tielemans, great for bonus. Again, some of the top bonus earners on the game. Is it going to be replicated on another season? They've priced them as if they're going to go and do that again. Which is tricky. It's tricky. I mean, I love Declan Rice. I think he's a great player. Is he going to have as good of a goal scoring season this year? Now, obviously, Partey's left. But
I feel like the appeal. I feel like the appeal of those two is like, come Champions League and Europa League, you know that, but they're there without foul, 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Whereas you spend that money on City mid or like some of these other players, you know that you could get the early sub in the first one and then nothing in the second one.
Yeah.
Like, availability for them too was brilliant, but I think it might have been, especially with the first few weeks not having Europe, I don't think I can start with them.
Yeah.
Frimpong, 5 million. I think he's going to be quite exciting or popular earlier on. But the good thing is you get to see the team for this Friday night, Liverpool Bournemouth.
Yeah.
We will. It's a rare one if you're a new player or anything.
Have you got a disco going on in your house?
Oh, can you hear that? I think that's Love Island.
Get away.
I'm obviously not watching it, but yeah, I think you can hear that, can you? Let me send an angry text. No, yeah, you'll be able to see if Frimpong starts if you are worried about Bradley.
Yeah, I think Frimpong's a great signing. Like I say, he's an exciting player. I just think has Bradley not done enough to make that place his own? He's a bloody good player, Bradley. It'd be very harsh. I think they'll be sharing minutes. Will it not be the same on the other side as well? With Robertson.
I feel more confident in Kirkes than I do Frimpong. I think the gap. I think Bradley will run him closer.
Yeah.
More competitive.
But he's an old stalwart now, isn't he? Robertson, he's been there a long time. It's one for Liverpool fans that see what they think of regards to, is Robertson going to be ousted straight away by Kirkes? Or are they going to drip feed him in?
Again, though, even if you see that Frimpong starts, do you know he's definitely going to start the week after? It becomes tough.
That's the trouble. And when you've got good, like two good players in a position, like say Bradley and Frimpong, the cup games, one of them's they're swapping. So when it comes to these double game weeks, the likes of Frimpong is very unlikely to play both games because you've got such an able deputy, or vice versa.
Yeah, you just want to hope that they get subbed after 60.
Yeah, I just think a better value at Nori at City. Obviously, again, I don't want to keep saying about the pre-season, but Nori he was doing so well at Wolves, points wise, bonus wise. Such an attacking player, really. Exciting signing. Yeah, I like him at 4.5 million.
Yeah, I think I'd be more interested in Nori than Frimpong, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
And it was looking up. I think he's still going to... You'd imagine he's going to get more attacking returns, or at least match it, because it was a really good season for returns for him. And bonus, I think, even bonus, I was kind of having a look on, again, on not only FPL, you get a full breakdown of all of last year's Dream Team stats. And a lot of his bonus stuff is from sort of dribbles, being fouled. It's not like one of them where he's getting all the bonus points from interceptions and defensive stuff.
Yeah.
I think he's still going to do well for bonus. The only thing I'm not so sure on, he was a really good tackler. Really good for tackle points. City are going to have all of the ball. So I don't know how much.
I think the thing is, when obviously City have a lot of the ball, how high is he going to be playing up on that pitch? How high he played up for Wolves is unbelievable. He literally will be a winger. I mean, he pretty much was for Wolves. And yeah. Let's hopefully he's as far up the pitch as he was for them, and I think he'll do well, very well.
You still wouldn't be shocked though if he was benched, would you?
It won't surprise me. No.
What about Cucurella? That's got to be safer at 4.5 as well.
Oh, getting that dude sent off for his Liverpool.
That's a secret weapon, isn't it? That
it is. It is so tempting for someone, isn't it? He were unbelievable, weren't he, for Chelsea? 4.5 million. I think he's priced. I think he's priced right. I think he's probably fairly priced for how well he did, and he's going to be nailed on that side.
7 goals from
Yeah.
the highest, most amount of goals from a defender.
When I know Chelsea spent a lot of money on him, and when they signed him, I thought they'd signed one of the best fullbacks in the league, and he just went off the boil. I think the first season he was there, like who Brighton sent him here. They sent him wrong player. So, but obviously he's come back and he's just he's class. He's class. He's really good. He's frustrating, obviously, if you're playing against him, but he's bloody class.
Yeah, that's one I am tempted by. So I've actually got Lewis Skelly in at the moment at 4 mil. Another one who had a terrible preseason game. Just only the first one. He worked. Yes,
still working the pies and kebabs off, aren't they?
Yeah, but yeah, I kind of liked having Skelly in the team because I knew I was only 0.5 off of like Nori or Cucurella if I wanted that switch.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think both of them are pretty appealing. Do you know at 4.5, Maddison has gone completely like off the radar entirely. He's apparently got a knock, so he hasn't played the first preseason games, but returned to full training this week. He was, considering that he was like in and out of the team, he was injured and all that. He still had a great season. For this price point, he had the most attacking returns, the highest average, and second for bonus points out of all the 4.5s.
That quality player, great for Dream Team, great for all the points, getting from anywhere, set pieces. He's such a clever player, Maddison. It's just a shame he seems to be made out of Weetabix as well. He's only ever a turn away from an injury, and he's so tough for such a quality player. That's the risk you take. I think there'll be points in the season where he really will be worth just throwing in for a double or a good fixture. Could you rely on him and go for a start at that price?
It's just someone is going to do really well in that like Damsgaard role. He was incredible, wasn't he, for them?
Yeah.
I mean, he might sound completely different. Here's me imagining, like Solanke's going to be Visser, Kudus is going to be Mbumo, someone's going to be Damsgaard. But they might.
Thomas Frank might be doing the same thing, mate. That's what he might be trying to build and saying he can do that job or he can do that job. It's probably what he will do.
But yeah, if Maddison or Kulusevski maybe even comes in and does that sort of role, I think that'd be good. Yeah. Maddison, I think, definitely worth keeping an eye on just to see how they use him at least.
Yeah, definitely.
And then João Pedro, 41.6% owned up top, so very popular. Is that a case again of just done well last couple of games in the Club World Cup? Few screamers. I mean, we have liked him on Dream Team.
Yeah, I mean, he's been liked, he's been popular even for a Brighton side. So going to a Chelsea side in Europe, and he looks like he will spearhead that attack. He's quality. He is quality. He's got a bit of that about him. I think if he's their nailed centre forward, I know Delap's there. That's the only thing that niggles me a little bit because I like Liam Delap as well. I think he's quality. I think they will be rotating minutes. 4.5 so tempting for Pedro. Again, not in the first week, but as we move forward, that price is it's one of them that you think sneak him in at 4.5 up front in your third striker spot or whatever. It's a good one.
It's a nice price. 17 attacking returns, 10 goals, but 5 of them were pens.
Yeah, but I think he'll get more opportunity to score in that Chelsea side. So I think he'd replace them 5 goals anyway. But he is good. He is good. He's got potential to be very, very, very good.
Yeah, I think it's a great signing. I'm not certain that I think he starts, but I'm just a little bit it's a new player in it. I guess
Yeah.
we've seen more of him than we would see of other new players, where he has played those last couple of games and he was quite convincing. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not certain I'll start with him unless I really need that 0.5.
Yeah.
I think what we'll do, let's have a look at 4 million, and we didn't know how long this would be, but we did suspect we might go on a bit. So what we'll probably end up doing is we'd probably do 4 millions, and then we'll do a follow-up pod for the 3.5 and unders, I think. So Ben will be back. We can do the enablers at 2, 2.5, 3, and 3.5.
Yeah. Just as before we finish, I'll give people a nice 2.5 million player to throw into
2.5. Oh yeah, go on. Yeah.
Well, just at the end, just so they can throw into the
cool.
teams and have a play around with him.
We'll just throw some names out there, and then we'll go deeper for the next. I'm relying on you two boys for the cheap guys, because my championship knowledge is lacking, mate.
It's tough. It's tough trying to get them players. You still want. I don't think going fully down the route of the newly promoted teams is the way to go. I think they'll struggle quite a bit, as we've seen last season with the 3 promoted teams. I don't think there's going to be many points from around. The gulf is getting bigger between the Premier League and the Championship. But yeah, there is still a few. There is still a few, but I think the idea, the way I'm going to play it is, it's only going to be one of them 7.5 million sat in my team. And I think that then allows you to pick possibly one cheapie that you're good to go.
You're never fussed about a keeper either, are you?
No, I've got a mate at work who's a Leeds fan.
Without them.
I know that Leeds have just signed the keeper, and he's not on the game yet, so I'm waiting for him to be added.
I was going to ask you, actually. I know we said we'll come to these in a bit. We'll do another episode, but I've got Areola, and they've been constantly linked to the new keeper. And I think I just saw today that I don't think it's done, but whoever the Sheffield United keeper was, they said they were.
Did they not have Fotheringham in there, Sheffield United?
No. Well, he might have done, but I mean, when he at West Ham as well.
Oh, was he?
At one point. May not have been.
Yeah, I've heard West Ham are after a keeper. I've got Areola sat in there at minute at 2.5. I'm hoping.
Michael Cooper. His name is 15 million.
I mean, if they're going to go and spend 15 million on a keeper from Sheffield United, you'd expect he will be starting again. But then Areola came in and stole the place from Fabianski? What's he done wrong to be replaced?
He's got shocking hair. He's got shocking barnet at the moment.
Well,
pre-season.
There is that.
No, you watch the highlights. Watch the highlights of that Man United game the weekend, because I think Potter watched that and went, "Nah, enough's enough. No more."
What about Binder at United?
Yeah, he's on a hamstring injury or something. Did I hear?
I mean, he's got something wrong with him. He's not the greatest. Or another keeper signing today, James Trafford, who's gone back to Man City.
Yeah, so he's 3.5 though.
Yeah.
Look up.
Yeah, that's crap. Yeah, but I'm keeping an eye out for this Leeds keeper to be added, because he hopefully will get a few save points. I don't think Leeds will be as gung-ho as they was under Bielsa that time in the Premier League, when it were all 6-4 games and stuff like that. But yeah. Oh, there, Fotheringham, West Ham, 2 million. No, that's yeah. Anyway, off keepers. Go on, 4 million.
4 million. You got to guess who's out of all the £4 million players, who's got the highest average?
Highest average from last season.
Yeah.
Right, go on.
Cunha's your mate.
Is he my mate?
This guy's my mate, even though I only had him in my team for 1 week.
Oh, McNeil.
You'd think I had him forever. You might not go on about him. 6.3 average.
I tell you what, they've got a nice little start of Everton.
Nice fixtures if they can
Yeah,
pull it off.
I've got him down here on my list, McNeil, along with another 4 million player, and Everton, because they're both.
That's going to be a tough decision. I think I'm going to go for one of them.
Yeah,
Die at the moment.
Yeah, I think he is a top player. I think he could be playing higher than at Everton, but yeah, McNeil. You just know he's scoring a couple in that first game, don't you?
Do you know what? The thing with him is that he's right up there this season. Yeah. And then when you look, the reason he's up there is because of his sort of bonus points, obviously set pieces, but yeah, 13 returns in 22 games. He's averaging a bonus every match. And then I sort of started to write, it probably could be an overperformance, maybe. But then I went back and looked at, I wanted to see my Game Week 1 team from last season, and I put him in. And my notes next to it was regular bonus, high average for that sort of player on set pieces. And I'm like, well, he did it the season before. I like the look of him then. And it's.
And then you took him straight out, didn't you?
Took him straight out because the silly thing, I think he didn't do very well in the first game. And I think it was Gibbs White didn't do very well in the first game. Yeah. Rest of my team smashed it. So what do? You chase the price rises, don't you? And
yeah. Yeah. Like I say, it's tough.
I think I took them both out and then they both smashed it the next week.
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
What about
good start for Everton. So yeah, I think they're both decent options.
Their fixtures do look good to start. It's just obviously they don't score a ton of goals, but
they're better under Moisey, though, aren't they? They've been better.
Yeah, definitely improved at the end, didn't they?
Yeah.
They love Dash, but yeah, undeniable that Moyes done the job towards the end.
Yeah, he definitely did.
Chris Wood, any interest? Great season, but
unbelievable season. They're on my watch list, Forest, just for let's see how they go. I know they've lost Elanga to Newcastle. There's a lot of rumours circulating around some of their other players and stuff. I just want to see who they get to the first game with, and out of the transfer window. Massive.
No one's allowed to leave, are they?
What's that?
No one's allowed to leave Forest.
Oh, is their owner been doing some crazy shit again? He's off his head, isn't he? What's he been saying?
Great guy. No, he wouldn't let Gibbs White leave, did he? He's
spent a lot of money on
Mr. Marinakis.
I mean, if they want to build on the season they just had, they can't be selling them all.
The thing is, if you're a fan, you'll be like buzzing with that. He's stopped.
Of course you are. As long as you can keep the togetherness there, you got to and add to it. I'm sure he wants to add to it now and try and push on. Cracking season for them. What about Madueke at 4 million?
Again, I can't until I see it. And he's also, I know he's now not at Chelsea, but he's played in the Club World Cup as well. And I think he's been given an extended holiday, so it's not with us at the minute. So I'd wait and see. Right. I think I done all right for. I think it was it bonus points. I think he done okay for.
He took a lot of shots. You're quite greedy,
which is something we don't have in that Arsenal team. We don't have enough greedy players that shoot.
Yeah, you've got to shoot, haven't you? I think Arsenal have always been guilty of that, trying to walk it in. That's what always said about Arsenal. Yeah,
I want Diallo. at 4 million. But I'm just a bit worried about and Mbumo's going to take that right wing, so he's going to be the wing back role primarily now, isn't it? It was kind of flicking between the two, but he's another one that's just done crazy for his price. I think he's done really well. Six points per game, still 22 attacking returns.
Yeah,
pretty wild. Hat trick in one game, wasn't it? 33 bonus as well.
It is in a very poor United side. Like it was pretty similar to Spurs. Like they still had the players that scored well. Garnacho scored well last season, like 270, 280 points. Like that's not bad that for a bit part player, really. Like not starting every game. I know they got far in Europe, but yeah, it's going to be interesting what the futures are for Diallo and Garnacho now they've just signed Cunha and Mbumo. Because I just think they're very samey roles kind of thing, but a hell of a lot more experienced and probably a step. It's a step up, definitely a step up, an improvement.
At least he's a midfielder now, though. Diallo. He was down as a striker last season.
Yeah, he was. So yeah, he's tempting at 4 million. Like I say, scored well, good on bonus.
Especially if they do end up with like a relatively tough game in that Carabao.
Yeah.
Because then, I do think they'll go quite strong.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice price if you did want to save a little bit on your Mbumo or your Cunha, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Kluivert smashed it, but I just don't think I can start with him for a Liverpool fixture. I think that's...
Yeah, I think he just off-puts you, doesn't it, straight away. He's been one of them where it's especially after the first games they played as well, there'll be so many people that pop up and crop up from all sorts of price points. Oh, bloody hell, he's had a good game. And you get the flavour of the week. I just don't think, unless he rips it up against Liverpool very early doors and he's got a price rising coming. I can't see me going there.
Could be a pen. Could sneak a little pen against Liverpool and then bring him in before the...
We don't want to overlook Bournemouth as well. They're a good side. I know they've lost Kirkes to Liverpool, but Semenyo, Kluivert, Tavernier, and a certain, I might as well drop it in there now, like a certain Philip Billing that went and won the Serie A with Napoli last season. He's back at Bournemouth, 2.5 million, 2 goals in his last 2 games in pre-season. So he's obviously back in favour, on a high. He's a handful. He's a big lad. He's great for set piece situations. He knows what back at net is. It'd be interesting to see if he does play for Bournemouth this season. He stays there and goes through a full season with them. What his points tally will end up being. So yeah, they are. There's your one to play with.
Cheeky enabler. There's a few others that are interesting, I think. So 2 of them, I've mentioned one already, but have had price changes. So Lewis Skelly, I like the look of him just because it's that easy entry into the Arsenal defence at 4 million.
Yeah.
And I think people will probably ignore him because his points tally is low by comparison, but it's because he's not had the clean sheets added to his tally that all the other Arsenal players would have. And bonus is pretty good, but he didn't start playing until about December, I think it was. But now he's cemented himself, I think. So I think he's a shout. You got Nunez as well. Mateus Nunez at City has been made a defender. So he was down as a midfielder. He was a midfielder, really, wasn't he? He's just been moulded, as Pep likes to do. Moustache Pep this season.
Yeah, I've seen something about that. Yeah.
But Nunez, if he was a defender last season, like he's obviously priced as one now, positioned as one, 15 attacking returns would have been the most of any defender.
Yeah.
think it's quite impressive. 30 starts out of 38 games. It's not out of 38 he was involved with. I mean,
Yeah. He moved Vardio over to centre half, didn't he?
mm.
He really started to stunt Vardio's returns a little bit. And obviously the way they're priced, you'd probably rather have Nunes than Vardio, wouldn't you?
Potentially, yeah. I know you get guaranteed minutes for Vardio, don't you? Like no matter where it is, you're gonna get him he's gonna start at centre back or left back. You want left back, but
yeah. I mean, he's still going up for corners.
Yeah.
He's still a threat. It's just
I just don't think you get that quite as nailed with Nunes. Like Rico Lewis could come in easily. He did play a lot at right back in the
Nico O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Who come in and did amazing as well. I think he's at 2.5 million.
It's probably fair to say that Nunes did play a fair bit on the wing as well at other times. Didn't always play in defence, but he's down as a defender now. So it could be an interesting one.
Yeah, interesting one to see that.
And then I think two more we'll end on two more in the 4 millions, and we'll carry on the next one for another pod below. We'll do 3.5 and below.
Yep.
Alanga switched to Newcastle.
Yeah.
Did score against Arsenal. I think it was a bit of a scuff, really, but all count.
Oh, they're a good side, aren't they, Newcastle? It's going to be a little bit unsettling with this Isak thing. I like the Alanga signing. Good player. Can he improve on his tally of 200 points last season in a Newcastle side rather than a Forest side? I don't know. I isn't someone I'd throw in now. I'd want to see how he settles up there, and I want to see. You need to see if there's going to be someone in that middle bit going to be able to put it in back at net for him.
Yeah,
because Alanga might be able to provide the assist. He might be able to pop up with a few goals, but if Isak goes,
putting him there for Wood, wasn't he?
But if you've not got a goal scorer, you've not got a goal scorer. I don't think they've got one waiting in the wings. I heard Callum Wilson, who's never fit anyway, was thinking about moving to Saudi, was it?
I saw him get linked with West Ham as well, and I think that's just the most West Ham.
Oh, yeah.
Never.
You just wouldn't go there, would you? Stay away. It's a good player, but can't stay fit. But yeah, again, it's going to be a wait and see with Newcastle, I think. See what happens. A couple of weeks left to go, and if Isak does move on, there might be some big marquee signing that they make, maybe a couple.
And then we'll end on Matoma at Brighton. So I've had some good moments with Matoma over past seasons, but 4 million, are you fancying it? I think it's been quite popular online at the minute from what I've seen.
Yeah, he's Brighton on a good side. They've got a few good options on the wings, haven't they? Nice game week 1
on the other
and
side.
2. I think when he first came over here, it was unplayable, weren't he? I do think because of that.
Difficult, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I think after that season, I think he took a step backwards. But whether that was down to his injury, I know he was out for a while. But yeah, 4 million. I didn't. It's one of them. That's how they priced it. Where it's like that's a player worth 3.5 million, 3 million. That's good value. 4 million. I think it's a bit too much.
Yeah, I think I'd rather pick someone that's got the set pieces. Or a McNeil could have corners.
Yeah,
Dyer could have pens. Wood pens. Clivert pens.
And I think this is where. So say you come into your premiums up top and you're choosing between, are you going to have Salah and Haaland? If you have both of them, I think this is the difference where your third player could be an Mbeumo, Rodgers, an Eze, a Palmer. But if you have Haaland and Salah, that's going to be you're having to drop to a Matoma or a McNeil. You're not going to have that really nice second to third premium.
I suppose the idea is that you'll switch between them, isn't it? And with a Salah and Haaland, you'll keep. I think with these spots, you probably will just be jumping between, aren't you? Chasing the best fixtures or the risers to get rid of the ones who are dropping. No, I think we'll end on the 4 category, and then 3.5, 3, 2.5, and 2 we'll cover with Ben when he returns. Ben's always got an eye for an enabler as well, hasn't he? But did you want to chuck? Did you want to chuck yours in, or
it was the billing?
Billing.
Yeah, I think 2.5 million. Like I say, keep an eye on that Bournemouth pre-season. He's already scored a couple. He's a proper handful, that lad, and if he'll do well.
Something in the war at Did you say Napoli?
Yeah.
McTominay on fire over there as well.
McTominay, yeah. De Bruyne's just gone over there as well.
Loads of players doing well over there. Is that the Billing replacement? Is it?
It must be, yeah. Billing's gone back to Bournemouth. That's a replacement De
Bruyne. Cool. Well, if you've enjoyed it, please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel. If you do want that access to the Dream Team Tonic Discord, it was a quiet summer, but it's back popping off. Loads of chat going on in there at the moment ahead of the new season. So there'll be a link in the description below, and also YouTube channel members. If you want to sign up on YouTube, you can also join via that. Do you have some mini league info, or should we save it?
Save it for next time.
Caught you out. Cheers, guys, and we'll see you very shortly for the next one.